Hello and welcome everybody. Rocky Harpins here for eSpeed Race League. Gearing up for our Firecracker 200 charity race. Looking forward to this very exciting event that we are throwing here tonight. Going to be racing 80 laps here at Daytona for some good causes. So we try to put this on, once every couple couple times a year. Really awesome charity race, plate race event where we actually group together and raise money for various causes and everything like that.
Good looking car, James.
The money we've raised tonight, actually $410 to be split between 75% of that's going to the race winners charity, and then another $100 is going to go to a participant based on random draw. So got some exciting things planned with that. A lot of our competitors running for some awesome causes. Wounded Warriors Project, St. Jude's Research Hospital, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, different organizations like that to help raise money and then bring good stuff out there in the world. I know it's been kind of dark with some of the events and stuff like that, so it's good to focus on some something positive out there for a change. So that's what we're going to be doing here tonight, is racing for a good cause in the eSpeed Race League. I'm your host tonight, Rocky Harpins. Tonight's race, we're going to be running 200 miles, 80 laps, the historic virtual Daytona International Speedway. It's going to be really interesting. We got a good mix of some league regulars and some new blood to the league, so it'll be interesting to see how the dynamics, see how these guys work together. With this next-gen car, it's going to be a lot about how they are able to draft together, running a pack at close quarters without wrecking and everything. We'll take a look at some of our competitors here tonight. Highlight them. First up, this man right here, Derek Whitford in the number 44, racing for the Epilepsy Foundation. League regular. He'll be a tough one to beat. He's always competitive here on the super speedways and the plate track, so he'll be one to watch. Currently right now sitting 9th on the leaderboard here in practice. That right there is the number 68 of Jeffrey Miller, racing for St. Jude's Research Hospital. His first foray into the eSpeed League, so we'll be keeping an eye on him, see how he does. Currently right now showed 23rd on the standings. So got a lot of great competitors here tonight. Going to be racing 80 laps. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Chase the Race. Believe that is one of our racers here tonight. Let's see. That is Chase L. Pierce in the number 17. Let's see if we can find him out on the track. Probably not.
Pit in here, Jeff.
Oh, while we're at it, take a look at this guy. Former Stock Car Series champ here in the league. That is the 99 of Chris Carroll, driving the USAFirearms.com Chevrolet. Longtime competitor here at eSpeed, won the inaugural Reboot Series champion, so he'll be a tough competitor, second on the leaderboard. So yeah, a lot of great things happening in the league right now. We're going to be kicking over to qualifying here shortly. Got a special paint scheme here on the 6 car. Compassion International, Brian P. Traeger getting out there on the track in the number 6. Great cause that goes into sponsoring underprivileged children around the world. Looking that up a little bit earlier, so he is racing for a great cause there. Do a rundown of some of the competitors in the league tonight. See if we can find a car out on track. We'll highlight, we got him on the board. Brian Zimmerman in the number 28 Designs for Hope Camaro. Zimmy running for a great charity that actually helps bring clean water to some underprivileged. He is taking the road course, by the way. Awesome. He'll be glad, but actually helps bring clean water, digging wells, and stuff like that to international communities that don't have great access to that and stuff. Reigning Stock Car Series champion, the 96, Brandon Sheffield, running the Caden Strong car. So Brandon's actually racing for a really awesome personal cause with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. His nephew, Caden, actually diagnosed with leukemia and is dealing with that right now. So he's running the Caden Strong number 96 here tonight. So good to see... we'll be rooting for him to hopefully pull out with the victory, raising money for that charity. So, while we have you, we'll take a second to, as our competitors are qualifying, we're not going to be able to view it, as we're kind of wearing two hats here tonight with not only doing the broadcast, but also running race control. That kind of prevents me from doing much when it comes to... the actual broadcast, but we will fill that time to go over a couple things. Let's see. We'll talk about our the website. If I can get that up here momentarily. Well, let's jump over here. So, yeah, this is some of the rundown of tonight's race. So, yeah, 80 laps. We will be running 2 green-white checker finishes if it comes down to it. These drivers running the fixed iRacing setup here at Daytona in the next-gen car. Entry was a $5 more donation. Majority of the drivers chipping in far above that $5 marker, which helped us raise that 410 eSpeed Race League. Is matched up to $50 of that to contribute to the pot. So 75% of that's going to go to the winner's charity, 25% to random participants charity. So awesome stuff there. Try and get some money to some good causes. So for tonight's race, we do have 24 participants that have signed up. Many of those regular league participants, but we had a fair share of new people to the league. So got to shout out Crooked Line Industries for putting the word out to get us out or get participants in there. One thing that I wanted to highlight and go over is our new league website. That's at eSpeedRCNG.com. That's going to be your home for all our racing information. You can join the broadcast, check our past broadcasts and everything like that, our league news, the Discord community. You can join from there. So a lot of great stuff. We'll be actually here by the end of July, beginning of August, actually starting back up with our regular racing. So be on the lookout for that if you want to come join the league and race with us. So awesome. Let me know how everything looks on the broadcast, sounds and everything like that. We're just getting back up and running in doing some broadcasting and stuff. So definitely let us know how the levels are and everything. Oh, man. So, yeah, gonna, let's see here, run through some of the charities that are being raised for, and some of the drivers. Got to highlight Stephen Langdon in the number 04 car. He's running for the American Legion, banner post 109. Many charities dealing with veterans organizations and stuff like that, so helping raise money for, hopefully money could go to veterans. One driver I have to highlight, and that's my little brother, that's Robbie Harpence. He's racing for the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation. That's actually a personal cause for me and him both. Our father was recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so there's no wait as far as how that's going to be distributed or anything like that, but It's good to see somebody run for cause like that. So let's see if we can pull up our current standings. See where our drivers are currently setting on the grid. Right now on the pole, Jeff Shaw in the number 77 car. He's racing for Wounded Warriors Project. For some reason, our capture isn't coming up, so we'll pull it up this way. Derek Whitford, who we highlighted before for the Epilepsy Foundation, currently second on the grid. David Shively, third in the number 85, running for Speedway Children's Charity. Brandon Sheffield, Caden Strongcar, currently setting fourth on the grid. Samuel Baumgarten, Garten, new to the league. Samuel is racing for, if I can find it here, the Wounded Warriors Project. Then Robbie Harpins, who we talked about just recently, setting sixth in the Alzheimer's drug discovery car. All right, we are gearing up to run through our starting grid. All right, starting on the pole for tonight's race, that is Jeffrey Shell in the 77 Brandt car, racing for the Wounded Warriors Project. Then you have the 44 of Derek Whitford. He is racing for the Epilepsy Foundation. Starting third, David Shively, Speedway Children's Charity on the outside of row number 2. That is the 96. 21 on your screen. I can't get all these guys to get their numbers correct, but that's okay. He's Brandon is running for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And in the number 57, that's Samuel Baumgartner in the Wounded Warriors Project machine. Robbie Harpins starting sixth in the number 11 eSpeed Racing machine, racing for Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation. Then in the number 04, that's Stephen Langdon running the Monster Colors. He is racing for the American Legion banner, post number 109. In the number 68 off machine, that is Jeffrey Miller racing for St. Jude's Research Hospital. In the number 3, that is Aaron Rucker racing for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. In the number 28, that is Brian Zimmerman. Brian is racing for Designs for Hope. In the number 9, that is Chris Carroll. He's racing for the SPCA. And then in the 87, that's Brad Ward racing for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. In the number 10, that is Edward Kane. Edward Kane, CPA, big sponsor of the league, also chipped in a large donation for tonight's race, running that Caden Strong colors for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Let's see, in the number 17, that is Chase L. Pierce, racing for St. Jude's Research Hospital. In the number 79, that is Alan Wilson III, also racing for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
I'm going to be pulling down the back stretch, or pulling down underneath the yellow line down the back
In the number
stretch,
6, that is Brian Traeger, racing for Compassion International.
By the end of this lap, so
let's see.
I'm going to be taking it super easy.
We will go with the 02 on the inside row here, starting 19th. That is Scotty Stevens running for the Fallen Outdoors.
Good luck, everybody. Rocky, thanks for your hard work. Cheers. Good luck, everybody. Let's have fun.
In the number 35, that's Bradley Yeo running for the Kids Ability Autism School.
He's from Kentucky, Garrett.
We will jump over. We'll catch up with the rest of our field.
Luck, fun, y'all.
As we're getting ready to take the green, pace car lights are off. Jeffrey Shell will lead them
off of 2, boys. I'll make sure I'm off the track
to the line. Derek Whitford in the 44. We'll have a little bit of radioactive on with the driver chatter on there, so just be aware. We're again running 2 hats. Got to hear the drivers. So here we go. Jeffrey Shell can fire off as soon as the pace car dips down. He controls the start. We'll see them go momentarily. Pace car is off.
Green, green, green.
And we're going racing. Orderly start to begin with. Oh! Have a pileup in the tri-oval on the start. Not quite sure what happened there.
Hey, Rocky, can you clear out, please?
Not sure.
No yellow?
Hold on 1 second. We will jump to that and figure it out.
Terrible. Is that a yes or a no, Rocky?
All right. We will take a look back at that. Try to figure out what happened there on the start. Not a great way to begin this one. Well, we're going to jump live right now. Fortunately,
I think I got some right front damage, so you guys may want to pass me.
we'll have to go back and take a look at that once we get a pause in the action. Right now, we got a pack of about 12 that are leading it. With Derek Whitford up front, Jeffrey Shell, David Shively, Samuel Baumgarten. Currently, we show 3 cars that have hit
come down there.
pit road. Jason Jackson, James Ward, Brad Ward. Unsure of what caused that big kerfuffle, but we had a number of cars that collected damage. Now show Brad Ward back on the track, about ready to go a lap down after having to pit. Samuel Baumgarten in the 57, jumping on the outside. Currently right now running alone. Looks like maybe trying to follow its way back to the back of the pack here. As the field makes its way around the 87. 86 finds its way onto pit road as he was caught up in that early incident. These guys still have a chance. They're not completely out of it. Usually way the cautions work out and you know, picking up a possible wave around. Could be right back in it. While we have actions calm down, let's take a look at that lap 1 incident. Try to figure out what exactly happened.
Robbie, you're warping pretty hard here, my man.
All right. Keep your eye on the 87 here. As we get ready to gear up and fire off, the 87 ends up just losing it. Almost like a connection issue. Hits the 10. Collects several cars. Not exactly sure what happened to start that. Could have been a connection issue. With equipment and stuff like that, you hate to see it. As we jump live, with Derek Whitford still leading the pack. 6 laps in of 80. Still currently have 21 cars on the lead lap even after that melee. Only one showing possibly, or actually 3 out. 7 laps down. That's 86 of Jason Jackson, the 10 of Edward Kane. Actually 2 cars out. Brad Ward, the first car, 1 lap down. Derek Whitford and Jeffrey Schell have led this one from the get-go. It'll be interesting to see as this plays out. Getting the feeling from the drivers earlier that about 36 laps is going to be
You're working real bad, man.
the 36 to 39 laps is going to be the limit with it being an 80-lap race. It'll be interesting to see who could stretch this out to a 2-tire stop, or into a 1-stop versus 2 here towards it for the race. So as things have seemed to calm down, we'll go back through the field here in the 04. Second pack kind of forming. That is Stephen Langdon. With him is the 28 of Brian Zimmerman. So they have kind of fallen off this lead pack. They need to do what they can to see catch up to the rest of the field. Unfortunately, with this new car, 2 cars is not going to keep up with a small pack like it is, or like this. So that's kind of where they're setting. Behind them is another little group. We'll kind of keep a look at this because they could actually,
Alan,
conceivably, if they can get lined up, hunt down this the main pack, currently setting 14 seconds behind the lead group led by your leader, Derek Whitford. That group is Alan Wilson, Brian Traeger in the 6, the 02 of Scotty Stevens, Bradley Yo, and the 68 of Jeffrey Williams. Or Jeffrey Miller, I'm sorry. New guy to the league, so still trying to familiarize myself with all the names and everything. Looks like they are going to let Allen shuffle him back, maybe having a little front end damage, try to get the best car in there to lead this pack. Miller into the apron. Got to keep these cars formed up to have a chance to hunt down that lead pack. We'll cut back another group behind them. Kind of got shuffled out. That is the 43 of Larry Bell, playing for St. Jude's Research Hospital. Behind him is the 8 of Michael Wood for Canines for Warriors, and then Chase L. Pierce. We saw him get caught up in that early incident. He is currently setting in 18th. Lone man, unfortunately, Garrett Wiles in the 926 car racing for Wounded Warriors Project. Currently finds himself all by himself, so we'll kind of keep an eye on it as the pack starts to...
My bad, Samuel. I thought I could get down in time.
Come into contact with another lap car. That is Tanner Marr, also racing for the Wounded Warriors Project. Tanner, one of the, I believe, owners, operators of Crooked Line Industries and their race league, so check them out. They run quite often, so good group of guys there. Many of them in to race with us here tonight.
I'm not damaged whenever you get to me, but I'll ride like middle up high.
As the lead pack comes down to complete lap 12, Derek Whitford has been the man out front since lap 1. They are closing in on the Ford machine of Tanner Marr. Tanner hopefully try to stick with this lead pack so he can possibly catch that lucky dog. Be the first car 1 lap down. That's going to be a big play if we have a caution. Who can remain that first car 1 lap down as the field shuffles by? He's going to try to latch on. I think if I were him, I'd be trying to side draft just a little bit to maybe catch some draft and make sure to latch on. Doesn't look like he's going to... Well, he may be able to. Looks like Samuel Baumgarten is throwing him a little bit of a rope by shifting out up, but already fallen back a few tenths from this lead pack. It's going to be difficult to try and maintain that speed, so we'll keep an eye on that, see if Tanner can keep himself within striking distance of that lucky dog. Right now it'd be between him and Brad Ward to possibly keep that position. One thing with plate racing anymore, it seems like it's come down to hurry up and wait, and that's kind of where we're at, as we've been single file since the lap 1 shenanigans kind of shuffled up the field, as we saw Brad Ward having some, I have to say, I've ran with Brad Ward for years, never seen anything like that. Leads me to think he had some sort of technical difficulties. Let's see if we can jump in with one of our in-race reporters. Whoop, apologize for the Discord. See if we could talk to Brad Ward, or Bradley Yo. Get an idea of what he saw out there. Bradley Yo, how's it going?
Not too bad. Yourself, Rocky?
Not too bad. Quite the shakeup on lap 1. Give us your in-race report.
It was insane. I luckily got through it. It took me some serious avoidance, but I luckily got through it. I don't know what happened. I just seen cars sideways and in the wall, and I zagged, and it was the good move.
Yeah, it was quite exciting on our screen. Now, it looks like you're second in this pack of cars, about 15 seconds back from the leader. Do you think you could get your guys organized enough to be able to chase them down?
Aaron, you got
So if we say single file, we should be able to, I think.
Brother,
I know we're catching
Pat, you guys
the few cars that are in front of us, so if we can gang up with those guys and stay in a straight line, we might be able to catch the mid-pack, the main pack.
No, I'm not.
Sounds good. Now, with as clean as the racing has been so far, where are you guys looking at as far as pitting strategy? Have you thought about that yet at all?
I haven't quite thought about it yet, to be quite honest with you. The guys I planned on pitting with, I am nowhere near around. So I'm going to have to plan a second strategy.
Yeah, so no friends currently right now, so you're going to have to make some.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm hoping if I stay here with Scotty, maybe me and Scotty can do something here.
There you go. Okay, bud, well, we'll drop you back down in your group channel. Yep. We'll be checking in at some point periodically through the race.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
See ya. All right, that was Bradley Yo, driver of the number 35. That's the Kmart machine out there currently. Good to catch up with him. He's been absent from the league, busy with work and stuff like that, so great to have him back with us as we join our main pack as they start to put the number 926 machine of Garrett Wiles a lap down, another car that's going to be fighting for that lucky dog position. We'll see if he can keep himself in front of Tanner Marr and Brad Ward to try and keep that hope alive for maybe joining the lead pack if we do get a contest. So far, it's been all Derek Whitford. He is a master when it comes to these plate races. One thing about it, though, that got to keep in mind, he has been out in front, so you know he's been wide open this whole time, him and Jeffrey Schell. So he is burning a lot of fuel. He may end up putting himself in a position. Well, we have Jeffrey Schell. Got some moves being made. Chris Carroll moves to the outside. Jeffrey Schell comes to block. And one thing these guys got to keep in mind, they're coming up on a lap car. That's Chase L. Pierce. They're going to have to navigate around him and remain too wide. As you see, Jeff Schell dives in front of Derek Whitford. Chase has announced he is going to stay high and try and get out, but we do have a new leader. That is Chris Carroll. We'll see how these drivers are able to navigate the lap down machine. Looks like they're going to be able to do it just fine down the backstretch. Chris Carroll, your new race leader. former Stock Car Series champion here in the eSpeed Race League. He is right now partnered up with Sam Baumgarten in the number 57 machine. Jeffrey Shell led briefly. I think Derek Whitford, just kind of as I was talking about the fuel strategy game and how that was going to be affecting things, you know, as the race went along, with Derek Whitford leading somebody out, laps being wide open, that kind of goes out the window. He can now go into fuel savings mode. The rest of that lead pack is the 85 of David Shively in that Shell Pennzoil machine. And then the Caden Strong Camaro of Brand Sheffield. Aaron Ruck in the number 3. He's set in 7th. And then Robbie Harpin in that eSpeed Race League number 11. In the number 926. Right now, in the lucky dog position, he was able to hang on to that lead draft. Did a great job of setting himself up for that lucky dog position. That is Garrett Wiles in 18th. So he's going to be open for a caution at some point soon. So as the pack kind of steadies out, we'll take a look. Right now, that second group that we talked about before with Bradley Yo, currently falling further off the pace. They're currently setting 19 seconds off. They are about to capture this group, though. That is the 9th place car of Brian Zimmerman in the 28, the Designs for Hope Camaro. Currently racing with the lap car, the number 4 of Tanner Marr. Looks like Brian Zimmerman and the 04 of Stephen Langdon. Currently going to have to fend off this pack right here, led by the 02 of Scotty Stevens. We'll see how these guys can navigate. This could be where you can see a caution, as the 28, the 4, and the 04 will most likely hold the line, even though that there's a faster group of cars heading their way. Kind of see how this lines up, or if they just stay in line and hopefully build a bigger pack to chase down your leaders. It's going to be tough to do with 19 seconds of a cap, but anything is possible. Looks like one car that has lost the lead draft. That's the 3 of Aaron Ruck. He has found himself 3 seconds back. That's one thing with this next-gen car that really is interesting in these plate tracks. You're in peril if you're the last car of that pack, because if you get a little bit out of line and end up losing a 10th or 2 tenths, you got to really power to make sure you stay with the pack. It's really easy to kind of lose that group as it goes along, as we near about 15 laps before we'll see the first pit stops here tonight. Chris Carroll, your leader in that 99 machine. I'm almost convinced that he jumped out in front just to get that TV time. I bet you $100. We might have to grab him and check on that. Use him as another in-race reporter. Chris Carroll, you're in the our current in-race race reporter. I got to ask you one question. Did you jump out in the lead to get TV time?
No, I wanted to stay out of that mess back there I saw when I pooped my pants, Rocky Harpins.
Did it get pretty scary?
Yeah, I'd seen some ugly stuff happening up there, and I decided I wanted no part of it. Like Dale Earnhardt said, be up front, stay up front.
Yeah, it's hard to get wrecked from the lead up there at this point in the race. So I do have to ask, out there in front, any concerns with burning too much fuel?
No, I think we're two, unless guys know something I don't, we're 2 stops here. I mean, I don't know exactly what the fuel is, but maybe we're 1 stop. I'm wrong. We're 1 stop.
All right, so we'll have to keep an eye on how that pit strategy plays out. It sounded like it could be a 1 or 2 stop race depending on where you you found yourself. So we'll
Yeah,
wish
I'm
you.
looking at the fuel, Rocky. I better get out of the lead here. I think.
I probably gave you too much of a hint. I gotta get you out of
I think
here.
you saved me there. I might have been short.
All right. Well, we'll send you back out with your group. Thank you for the report.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Well, that is your leader, Chris Carroll, in the 99 machine. Chris running for the SPCA. And just as he said, you know, dropping out of the lead. He's going to give it up to Samuel Baumgarten. As fuel strategy may come into play as we sit here on lap 26. You know, that may be one interesting thing to keep an eye on. One of our drivers, Brad Ward, ended up actually pitting due to that early caution. Depending on the situation, if he's grouped up, he may have maybe uncovered something to maybe turn this into a one-stop or to a short pit at the end to avoid any fuel runoff issues. I know he finds himself one lap down, but something to pay attention to. As currently your race leader is Samuel Baumgarten, followed by Jeff Shell in that 77 Brandt machine. Derek Whitford, Jeff Shell have been kind of controlling this from the start, where they've either sat first, second, or third. So those guys have been steady up front. Again, Aaron Rucker kind of fallen off the pace, finds himself 18 seconds back, trying to maybe catch up with this second group. And one thing about it, they are not very organized, finding themselves half a lap down and a little strung out. That is not going to help them in trying to catch up with this lead pack. So, unfortunate to see. They're going to need a caution or some, very fortunate strategy when it comes to pitting to be able to catch this lead pack. But you never know. Once you do get to hit pit road, whoa, as we got a car shooting way down the track onto the apron. Not sure what happened there. That's going to shuffle him up even further. That's the 68 of Jeffrey Miller. Unsure of what was going on. This pack being led by the lap down car of Tanner Marr. But yeah, they're just really struggling right now to remain in a single file line and try to get themselves organized enough to chase down this lead pack. As we got another group of cars back here, 04 of Stephen Langdon, Larry Bell, and the 8 car of Mike Wood. Currently, again, really struggling to kind of form a pack and keep situated where they can try and remain a lap down, or on the lead lap. So, again, early on, we had a, right off the bat, a weird situation where the 87 of Brad Ward just turned left in the middle of the pack, really strung everything out, kind of shifted the dynamics of this race right off the bat. We do have a new race leader. That is Jeffrey Shell in the 77. I feel like we're kind of seeing a bit of a Shell game as people shuffle through the lead, kind of were concerned about the fuel mileage. These drivers trying to get to lap 40, 41 to hopefully make this
how many laps
a one-stop race. So I think a lot of people are going to be sweating it here to the halfway point, trying to stretch it out. So
or anybody in the lead pack for that
we're
matter.
going to see how this works out for these guys. So a lot of things still up in the air. So stick with us. I know it's been kind of a strung out mess, but we'll try and make it as exciting as we can. Oh man. So yeah, let us know in the chat if you have any comments or anything like that. Appreciate it. Any feedback for the stream. interaction whatsoever. One thing great to see out of this weekend's racing, my guy, Tyler Reddick, finally getting his first NASCAR win. Felt like that was a long time coming, so I was really happy to see that. Knew it was going to happen at some point this season, and was devastated after the Bristol dirt race, so it's really good to see him finally put a whole race together and get that win. As we got some shuffling here in our second pack, Alan Wilson currently leading it, getting ready to catch the 8th place car of Aaron Rucker, who lost that draft in that number 3 machine. Aaron Rucker running for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Can you give the 99 a pass-through penalty? I should. We need to do a tear-down inspection of that car. I think there's some illegal titanium parts in that thing. Thomas Graw, appreciate it. Chase Pierce leading this group. He is 1 lap down in 18th spot. Currently right down, finds himself behind Garrett Wiles, and possibly getting that lucky dog position. One thing about it, these guys are sticking it out. They haven't, chosen to drop out due to some unfortunate circumstances. They're going to race to the end. They know all it takes is a caution or two to completely change the dynamic of these plate races. And that's what they're looking out for. Right now, this group finds themselves 35 seconds off the pace. They're actually, this next group is actually kind of put themselves together and started chasing them down. That'd be the group led by the 43 Pit Lizard Performance Camaro of Larry Bell. Larry Bell running for St. Jude's Research Hospital. They've done a great job of finally forming up, and now they are moving forward, maybe move up through this field. Either that or try to make some sort of bigger pack to maybe possibly chase down the leaders by the end of this one. But as you can see, coming down the backstretch, there's your lead pack. They are within eyesight of putting about 8th on back, 1 lap down. Here we are, lap 35. We could actually see drivers drop down onto pit road at any time. We'll keep an eye on this lead pack and the speed charts. You should see it highlighted in yellow once we do have cars hitting pit road. We'll have to see how that goes. I know these guys are trying to stretch as far as they can to get past lap 40. One thing to look out
Why
for.
is this 10 through 15 pack?
Look out for is if we end up having
Steven, what are we doing
some
here,
sort of
man?
caution. As you can see, frustration being spoken out of this group that's
I got
about
damage. If y'all want to go by me, y'all let me know.
about to go a lap down. This is going to get pretty hairy. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if we do have a late caution, are people going to have enough fuel in the window to possibly do 1 or 2 green-white checkers? So, a lot at play here. But yeah, this second group really struggling to stay organized. As you can see, your leaders are narrowing them very
You
quickly.
almost have some crazy damage.
Jeffrey Shell, all over the place, jumps down to the apron. This could be interesting in its own right once this second group catches up with the tail end of the lead lap. I think the strategy is going to be if this group can wait it out. It's going to be to maybe pit. We got our first driver jumping down pit road. That's Aaron Rucker.
I'm trying to squeeze out. I'm trying to get to lap 40, but it's going to be close.
As you hear it over the radio, Derek Whitford, your second place
Gotta go
car,
in the time, buddy.
giving the shout out. He is close on fuel. So it's going to be interesting to play. I think these guys are going to end up doing a two-stopper. I don't know if they're going to be able to stretch it those 40 laps. It's going to take some masterful pit savings. I think if you were ever out in front,
That's
it's going to
why
be
we're
very
so slow.
difficult.
We're
Jeffrey
trying to make
Shell,
lap
your
40.
leader, diving onto pit road. He's going alone, too. That is interesting. He has no help. I don't know if that's an oversight on his part.
Let me lead.
But he jumps down. And 96, Brandon Sheffield, assumes the lead.
Yep.
Here we go. We'll keep an eye on this lead group. I think we'll have some more takers. As more and more are realizing they're not going to be able to stretch it halfway.
96, pitting.
Yep, here we go. We're going to see some
I'll stay right on
pitting
the
right now.
I'll
This
go
is
for
going
you.
to set up an interesting finish, as these drivers are going to be, you know, needing at least one more fuel stop. Here comes your lead pack. Brand Sheffield, the 44, Derek Whitford, the 85 of David Shively. And the lap down car, that's your Lucky Dog car. That's Garrett Wiles in 14th. So here we go. Big shift. Chris Carroll assumes the lead. These drivers pitting lap 39. Chris Carroll coming in this time by, most likely, lap 40. Looks like you have the second group of cars. They've already made their pits. Everybody out of this group has pitted except Alan Wilson in that 79 machine. Here we go. Whoa! Little shakeup. Alan Wilson is going to continue to stretch it. I don't know if that's going to be a mistake on his part. Jeff Shell. He was your leader going in right before. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Jeff Shell was your leader coming into the pits. He now finds himself away from the front pack. Currently setting 8th. Your front pack right here. We'll try to catch up with our leader, the 57 of Samuel Bumgarden.
You coming this time, Alan?
Let's see. We are with Chase Pierce. There's the 57 currently setting on pit road. Second place, Robbie Harpins. Chris Carroll's going to get out in front of this group. 68 into the inside wall there. Not sure what happened. Chris Carroll all alone. See, this is one of the interesting aspects with green flag pit stops. That you may have come down with some buddies, but the way it's shaking out, if you're all alone, you are going to have trouble sticking with the draft. You're going to have to see if you can collect somebody as you go along. As you see the 3 of Aaron Rucker going by, that's your leader, the 99 of Chris Carroll. Currently going to need some friends as he is without. See if he can pick up the 8. That is Mike Wood. No, Mike Wood is going to go ahead and try to move on past. So is the 04. Whoa, Mike Wood right in front of your leader. That got a bit scary. Right behind them, Derek Whitford's kind of formed a pack up with the third place car of David Shively. David Shively, though, is going to go ahead and move around the 44 machine. Again, these guys are going to have to think about fuel savings as they were barely able to make it to lap 41, lap 40. So if they have to run a lot of wide open laps here, they're going to struggle to save that fuel to make this second run last as long as the first one. A lot of these guys were able to benefit from, you know, being able to just ride in that draft. Right now, as strung out as they are, they're going to struggle to do that. We may see some, if we don't get a caution, some interesting fuel strategy to play. We got a big mix of lap down cars, lead lap cars. Your leader, though, is that 99 car, the USAFirearms.com machine, Pit Lizard Performance of Chris Carroll. But right now, right behind him, second place, that's the 85 of David Shively. David Shively trying to navigate around the lap down car, the 04. Cannot do it. He may lose this position. Looks like the 57 of Samuel Bumgarden. This guy's shuffling up and down the backstretch, trying to get organized. Chris Carroll kind of benefited from that disorganization. And he resumes leading this race. David Shively now trying to work his way around the 04. The lap down car of Stephen Langdon. It's the number 04 machine. He's the one to keep an eye on. He is actually in the lucky dog position. Mike Wood, that's in the 08 Kevin Harvick Gravedigger machine. That is the tail end of the lead lap. So you got a real interesting race right there of these guys trying to remain on the lead lap, stay in front of Chris Carroll, or at the very least, stay in that lucky dog position, which is where Stephen Langdon is currently. Derek Whitford now moving around the 85 of David Shively for second. On up ahead of this group, tail end of the lead lap further. Whoop. Oh, we slid back. Sorry. Hit the wrong button. All right. Maybe this will be a better shot. As you see, the tail end of the lead lap, that's Brian Traeger, Scotty Stevens. 17 of Chase L. Pierce is 1 lap down already, so he will go 2 laps down. Brian Zimmerman in 10th. These guys trying to stay out in front of this group. That is currently led by the 11th place car, Mike Wood, in the A. And then your leader, the second car of this group, is Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll kind of, I'm sure, wants to stay right where he is. He can sit there and feed off of the 8. Well, nope. Just as I say that, it looks like he might make a move. As they come through the tri-oval to complete lap 45. I gotta quit getting so button happy. Sorry for the quick cuts, guys. Try to find the camera we like. Have more cuts than an action film right now. All right, Aaron Rucker in the 3 car. That car is 1 lap down, moving to the outside lane, trying to get himself up to challenge Stephen Langdon in the 04 for the lucky dog spot. Just cannot mount the charge as it stands right now. Chris Carroll, your leader, 46 laps. Tucked in, getting towed around by the 8 car of Mike Wood. A lot of these guys here on the tail end of the lead lap, 1 lap down, waiting for, hoping for, praying for a caution to come out. So far, we've been caution-free. We did have a crazy incident on lap right at the start that didn't bring out a caution, surprisingly enough. As you see, the 3 Bass Pro Shops Ruck machine of Aaron Rucker currently finds himself in 13th spot, 1 lap down. There's actually 3 cars in this pack,
yes, unfortunately,
that are fighting for this lucky dog spot or to stay on the tail end of the lead lap. The other one in this group, let's see if we can find him here. Oh, we got a wreck! Big caution. Caution is out. And that is the lucky dog cars that I was just talking about. That's going to change everything. Unfortunate to see Garrett Wiles, Aaron Rucker, and Stephen Langdon caught up in that one. Unfortunately, we will rewind that back. Take a look what happened to cause that one. Let's see here. I think we got it going here. Keep your eye on the 04 machine of Stephen Langdon. He was just 3 wide. Derek Whitford kind of faded out. Just a bit of an overreaction by the 04. Ends up catching the 3 car and the 826. Those cars were fighting for the lucky dog spot.
I like that blue and red race car.
Thanks, I think it was from my brother.
I dig it.
as we'll take a look. I'm sure your leaders will come down this time around. Oh, I know Chris Carroll. He tries to win everything in my league too, so... Not that I'm rooting against him. But, yeah, no, Chris is been up front. He kind of sat in the catbird seat there, riding behind Mike Wood. Mike Wood should have gotten the wave around, or gotten around that time. He's going to join the lead lap. We'll have to take a look who gets the lucky dog spot that time by. I believe when this all shakes out, it should be Alan Wilson the third.
R68 hit.
Oh, as we get the leaders coming down, but David Shively did not hit the commitment. He's going to end up staying out. I wonder if he is thinking he can hopefully start this thing in the lead. Keep an eye on it. A lot of these guys are probably going to do 4 tires and fuel. Keep an eye on Chris Carroll, your leader, coming in. See where he ends up shaking out. Oh, Brian Zimmerman off pit road first. Then Chris Carroll, Derek Whitford, Stephen Baumgarten, and then let's see, Jeff Shell. But little action at play. David Shively deciding not to pit. He's going to try and stretch it. He is your leader. In doing so, he also prevents 2 cars from maybe taking the wave around. That's the 926 machine of Garrett Wiles and Brad Ward, who is 2 laps down.
Kind of wish you were able to go into the pit there.
Yeah, if I'd tried any more than I did, I was going to spin out, so sorry, brother.
So yeah, interesting. See, he traps cars lap down.
I would have been the lucky
here
dog
with
there,
30 laps to go.
Could do to not hit him or get involved is drag the wall to keep it to
Right
zero.
now, that was actually a big save. The 6 car of Brian Traeger, the 8 of Mike Wood, and then Alan Wilson was your lucky dog in the 79 machine. So those 3 cars kind of saved. The race is saved by that caution. And will maybe be able to resurrect their chances and win this thing. Scotty All Clear Stevens? I have to remember that nickname. So right now, with, let's see, 30 laps to go, David Shively is your leader in that 85 machine. Followed by Brian Zimmerman in the 28. Believe Zimmy did fuel only that stop to get himself out in the 2nd position. Chris Carroll, who came in with the lead in that 99 car, is 3rd.
Hey, Whitford, are we,
Derek Whitford
am I on the inside, you're on the
4th.
outside? What are we doing here?
Stephen Baumgarten in the 57 sets 5th. Robbie Hartpence in the 11 machine is 6th in the 77. That is Jeff Shell. Let's see, as our drivers trying to get organized here. Pace car lights are off. A little disorganized with it being 1 to go. We'll see how this shakes out on the start. David Shively controls it. Shively did not pit that time by the fuel window, depending on where you were out at on the track was almost right at 40 laps. Hopefully we'll see this caution may have saved him on the fuel. Tires not very important. Let's see, pace car should be coming down soon. Again, that 85 car can fire up and go. He is the one that controls it. And they're off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. David Shively off to a good jump. Brian Zimmerman able to move down in front of Chris Carroll for 2nd. Chris Carroll's not going to wait. He's going to jump to the outside. Let's see if he pulls Derek Whitford along with him. We are going to be side by side in this lead pack. I think if you're one of those lap down cars, you are sitting there licking your chops, hoping the leaders maybe catch into something. Chris Carroll's going to be pushed out to the lead. Derek Whitford easily going to slot into second. Shively is going to be shuffled back into fourth. Then that top row of cars, the 77 of Jeff Shell. Right now, your leader, Chris Carroll, looking good out front. Brian Zimmerman's going to jump to the outside. Zimmy looking sporty in the 28 Designs for Hope Camaro. Jumps to the outside line. Oh, gets a bad bump. Little shuffle there. Jeff Shell all over the back of that car. Scotty Stevens in the 02. Brian Traeger in the 6. A lot of these cars going to have to keep in order to stay with that main pack. Oh, Robbie Harpins through the infield. Gets shuffled out.
There, I got a car right in my head.
Bad bump sends the 11 machine through the infield. I think that was the 8 of Mike Wood that got into him. Oh, caution is out. We'll try to take a look and see what caused that. Oh, as we got several in the wall, including a lead lap car. That is
Zimmy, was that you
Brandon
behind me?
Sheffield. We'll take a look at that. Give me 1 second.
I didn't know it was checking up. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Let's see
Caught me
what
off guard,
happened
too.
there. I think the bad luck continued for the 11 machine of Robbie Harpins. Try to capture that. Oh, one out in the wall, and yeah, the 04 dove to the outside. And then from there, it was along for the ride. As we had several
Checking up off of 2.
get caught up. We'll take a look at that one more time. Keep an eye on the 11 machine. He was slow. This pack had to shuffle around. The 04 went for a hole. And by there, it was just curtains as about 4 cars caught up in that with damage. So cautions breeding cautions breeding cautions. As that takes out a number of our competitors. Cars coming down pit road receiving damage. 79 of Alan Wilson III, the 87 of Brad Ward. Let's see, looks like the 4-car Tanner Marr, he has dropped out. Stephen Langdon in the 04 was in that, the 926 of Garrett Wiles. All receiving damage in that. Looks like Larry Bell in the 43 should be your lucky dog. That time. Doesn't look like our drivers are going to be pitting. Chris Carroll, your leader. That is the 43 machine of Larry Bell. Larry Bell for St. Jude's Research Hospital. Going to go ahead and get the wave around. That's going to save his race as he is going to line up 12 with a shot to maybe win some money for his charity. All right, we'll run through your lineup. You have Chris Carroll in the 99 machine, your leader, followed by the 44. That's Derek Whitford racing for the Epilepsy Foundation. The number 57, that is Samuel Baumgarten racing for the Wounded Warriors Project. The 85, David Shively racing for the Speedway Children's Charities. 96, that's Brandon Sheffield racing for Caden Strong and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Number 8, Mike Wood, shout out to him. On that prior caution, he fought his heart out to stay on the lead lap, running right in front of your leader, Chris Carroll, ends up getting the wave around to be a competitor here in this one, setting 6th. Michael Wood running for K9s for Warriors. And then you have in the 02, Scotty Stevens in the Fallen Outdoors machine. In the number 6, that is Brian Traeger running for Compassion International. In the number 77, Jeff Shell, Wounded Warriors Project. And right now, your lucky dog card, that's Garrett Wiles in the 926. Garrett is racing for Wounded Warriors Project. So we are 1 to go. If you're just joining in, missed the start of the broadcast, this race, shout out to all our competitors here. They did a great job in raising $410 to be donated. 75% of the purse going to the race winners charity of choice. And then we're giving another $100 on a random draw. So great to have that in the league. Have people participating, raising money for a good cause here tonight, as many of these drivers are racing for causes that are personal to them and are greatly affected. Here we go, getting started with let's see, about 23 to go. Your leader, Chris Carroll, he has control of the start. Once that pace car takes off and hits pit road, Chris Carroll can fire up. So we'll keep an eye on that. See what other shenanigans happen. We've had 2 back-to-back cautions. These restarts have been hairy. Our opening start caused the big one. About 8 cars involved, shuffled up the field. The green flag is out. A little bit of a slow start by Carroll. He went on green. That's going to leave the door open for Derek Whitford to fight for that first place position. Whitford's going to need a good push from David Shively. Shively can't quite get square. That Pennzoil Mustang not working well with the Epilepsy Foundation number 44. But Whitford gets a run down the backstretch, and he's going to be able to shuffle in front of Chris Carroll in the 99. Probably 2 of the best plate racers in this league, Derek Whitford and Chris Carroll. Whitford got to be careful, got to paint that yellow line, leaving that door open for somebody like Chris Carroll. He could go for it at any moment. As you see some shuffling in the back to 85 of David Shively, currently controlling that outside line. 57 tucked in right behind the 99. Samuel Baumgarten in the 57. They're starting to stretch out as that outside line not quite able to stay organized. Right there you also have we got to move for the lead. Oh, and a caution. Well, we'll see. Big hit into the barrier down there. That was the 85 of David Shively and the 02 of Scotty Stevens. Those are 2 lead lap cars.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'm done.
As it sounds like the 85 machine is out of it. Looked like a situation of a bad bump gone awry. No caution on that one. As the 99 now fights with the 57 for the lead. You also have the 8 of Mike Wood in the Gravedigger paint scheme. That outside line starting to edge ahead. We'll see if Baumgarten can pull that number 57 Mustang down in front. Chris Carroll, he's able to do it. He assumes the lead on lap 60, coming to 61. Good pack racing here to the end. Got a tight pack of about 12 to 13 cars. They're giving it all they got. There's a good mixer. Chris Carroll now moving to the outside. Chris Carroll trying to get back out in front. He wants to control this thing from the start. He knows the safest place out on the track is going to be in the lead. And he's fighting for it. as that outside line seems to be working a little bit better. You know, it seems like they can easily work their way out front and cut down. I almost, if I'm Chris Carroll, I'm going to want to stay out in front in that that outside line, but it seems like everybody has, as soon as they've gotten out front there, cut it back down in front of the leader. One thing to point out, the third car in that top line, that is the 926 machine of Garrett Wiles. A little bit of front end damage. Carroll out to a big lead, but he, this time, nope, he does decide to slot in front of the 57. We'll have to see if the 8 of Mike Wood can get some help from the 926 machine to be able to push him out in front of Chris Carroll. As we are nearing the end of this one, all the money's on the line here, and they are racing like it. Brian Zimmerman shuffles down to the bottom line. He is in that blue and gray 28 car. Let's see, here we go. There's a car making its break to the outside. Brand Sheffield making his move. He's been quiet in this one so far. Sheffy trying to work his way up front, very strong at these plate tracks. It's kind of one of those that stealthily ends up up front every time. You don't see talk about him until the very end here, usually at Daytona, Talladega, and everything like that, but right now he's going backwards. That outside line kind of dissipating, as you have a real tight pack between Carroll, Baumgarten, and Derek Whitford in the 44. Oh, Brian Traeger now making a move to the outside, trying to jump in front of Brand Sheffield, trying to get this outside line working. Try to get up there and force Chris Carroll's hand. Big bump down the backstretch. Oh, Derek Whitford now jumps in front of Traeger. But that outside line just cannot formulate the run. But those are three strong cars there on the outside. If anybody can do it, it's going to be those guys. The 44 of Derek Whitford, the 6 of Brian Traeger, and the 96 of Brandon Sheffield. One car that's worked his way back into a fight for the lead, that is the 77 of Jeff Shell. In that Brandt machine, he has sniffed his way to the top 3 position all race long. He finds himself there once again. As we are nearing 15 to go, this time by your leader, Chris Carroll. Big bump down the backstretch from the 57. They are trying to stay out front. Carroll now throwing a block on the outside line. It is Carroll, one of the guys who can just read how the draft is going. I give him credit there. Smart play. As he saw that top line gaining momentum, he wasn't having any of it. Jumped out in front, forcing them to whoa up Derek Whitford. And now he's controlling that pack, diving back down to the bottom. Chris Carroll, crafty veteran, out there in front. Would not be surprised to see him pull that again. Well, he's not going to be able to. Derek Whitford with a big push down the backstretch from Brian Traeger, trying to get him out in front of the 99 machine. Wasn't able to that time by, but they at least blocked the momentum of Chris blocking that run again. He's going to get him this time down the straightaway as the 44 and the 6. Oh, the 6, a little hesitation there. The 6 thought he was going to be able to cut in front of Chris Carroll. Wasn't able to quite do it. That's going to shuffle up the outside line as Brand Sheffield finds him on the outside. Again, little moment of hesitation. Really shuffles up the pack. Derek Whitford now being pushed along. Chris Carroll now finds himself second, the 57 in third. 77, Jeff Shell in fourth. You know, at the start of this one, we were worried that we wouldn't have any good racing with the field strung out as it was from that earlier incident. But here, these last 30 laps or so have been nothing but a fight to the finish. Derek Whitford, the 44 Epilepsy Foundation Camaro. You can check him out on Twitch. Cool Breeze Racing. Real good bud of the league, has been around for a while, so we'll give him a shout out. Currently leading this thing. Actually, top two longtime league participants, Derek Whitford and Chris Carroll. Baumgarten and Shell, two newbies. Good to see some new blood in the league here tonight. And just to point out, these guys are going to have to deal with the lap car. That's the 68 of Jeffrey Miller. Jeffrey Miller going to move to the high side, it appears. Get out of the way. But that's going to force the rest of the field to kind of single file up. Oh, my opportunity. Brian Zimmerman jumping to the outside. Let's see if he has any friends. None so far. Maybe Mike Wood, but Mike Wood is way back in the back. So no help there as we are gearing up. We are now 11 to go. As we get a shot from the stands. Oh! Another big shuffle, as you saw. Brian Sheffield, Brian Traeger, those two cars cannot keep away from each other as they both tried to occupy the same space. And we have a 5-car breakaway for the lead with 10 laps left. Your leader, the 44, Derek Whitford. The 99 of Chris Carroll. Those two cars have been the dominant ones here tonight as we ride along with Chris Carroll. As you can hear, bit of a bottoming out, so something to keep an eye on. They are running the iRacing fix set here tonight. Try to get back on our regular camera. Sorry about that. We are at 10 to go. Chris Carroll, Derek Whitford. Currently waiting it out for that last lap. Who's going to make that final move? Finally have some movement. Looks like Brad Sheffield, Brian Traeger. Brad Ward. Oh, Sky Stevens gets loose. The lap car. He's going to take out... Oh! Two more competitors. Unfortunate chain of events. We will pause that and take a look as the caution comes out.
Pace cars in 2.
There's some shuffling going on that unfortunately, keep an eye on that O2 machine. This gets a little out of line. Brian Traeger taps him. Gets into the 87. The 926 has nowhere to go. The 8 is along for the ride. And that's going to bring out our caution. And may put us in position for a natural green-white checker finish. Unfortunate to see. It's going to really limit the field down to just a handful of remaining participants. And it looks like the 17 of Chase L. Pierce is going to be the benefactor of that and be the lucky dog. That will put only 9 cars on the lead lap. We'll see if anybody decides to pit. Any takers? Looks like nope. 57 says nope. But we do have the 28 and the 87 and the 43 of Larry Bell coming in. Interesting shuffle to the end. Pierce in the 17 has been patient all day. lost a lap early due to the lap 1 or the initial incident at the start. Racing for St. Jude's Research Hospital. Chase L. Pierce. First race in the eSpeed Race League. We'll see if he has what it takes to muster a challenge here at the end. Quickie cautions on, so we should get back going at around lap 75. We'll keep an eye on that. It'll be a 5-lap race to the finish. We'll run through the race order. That man in the 44, Derek Whitford. Cool Breeze Racing, racing for the Epilepsy Foundation, is your leader. In the 99, that is Chris Carroll in the Pit Lizard Performance USAFirearms.com Camaro. Chris Carroll running for the SPCA. In the 57, newcomer Samuel Baumgarten racing for the Wounded Warriors Project. In the 77, that is Jeff Shell, also running for the Wounded Warriors Project. In the 96, that is Brandon Sheffield, racing the Caden Strong Leukemia and Lymphoma Society car. The number 6, that is Brian Traeger, racing for Compassion International. 68, currently 12 laps down. Not really a factor, but we'll give him a shout out. That's newcomer Jeffrey Miller. He is racing for St. Jude's Research Hospital. In 7th, that is Brian Zimmerman, racing for Designs for Hope. And then in the 43, that is Larry Bell, Ironman of the league. Him and Brian Traeger, only guys to compete in every eSpeed Race League event since we had our reboot. So shout out to them. Larry is racing for St. Jude's. So the battle is going to come down to a 6-lap shootout between those, let's see, top 9 cars. 9 cars left on the lead lap. We've had some carnage here tonight, as Daytona can cause, unfortunately. But great racing all around. I appreciate all our competitors, everybody who participated and donated, raising $410. Really fantastic, so really happy about that. Here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We are about to go racing. Get to our preferred camera. Derek Whitford can fire off as soon as the pace car hits pit road. Let's see what he does. He is going to wait it out to the green flag. Smart decision. One thing you worry about is getting too good of a jump at these plate races, losing all help, and then having the pack run you back down. But it's going to be a drag race. Derek Whitford and Chris Carroll, as we have on lap 75, heading to 76. 6 laps to go in this one. Jeffrey Shell gives a big push to Chris Carroll down the backstretch. He's going to bring the 6 car of Brian Traeger along. Shell's going to try and slot in front of the 44. Little indecision there. Still can't decide. That is a scary situation. He finally sorts it out. He's going to take second.
Larry, I am so sorry. I did not know you were out there.
There's some shuffling in the back of the pack. That's going to be a 4 or 5 car breakaway. Jeff Shell is now in second. As Michael Baumgarten falling off from the pack. We got a 3 car breakaway for this last little bit. Chris Carroll is your leader. Jeff Shell second. Derek Whitford third. Coming down the backstretch. Your field, the cars behind them finally organized, get straightened up. And Baumgarten's gonna make that leap to the outside. He's gonna have Brian Zimmerman right behind him, followed by Brandon Sheffield. They're gonna try and challenge this lead pack. Oh, Jeff Sheld with trying to block it, jumps to the center. He ends up having no friends there. That kind of shuffles up the field. He is going to get shuffled back. And Baumgarten's going to carry that momentum and try to challenge for the lead. It is door-to-door Chris Carroll, Baumgarten. Brian Zimmerman now looking to the outside of Baumgarten. Brian Sheffield now jumps to the outside. No friends on the inside. Just Chris Carroll and Derek Whitford. Can they make this two-team tandem work versus the trio of Baumgarten, Zimmerman, and Sheffield? We got to keep on the eye on the cars in the back. Brian Traeger, Jeff Shell, Larry Bell. They're still in contention. As Baumgarten now edges to the lead. 78 laps complete. Working lap 79. It's Baumgarten and Carroll down the backstretch. Side by side, Brian Zimmerman looking to the outside. There is a lap car that may come into play. That is the 17 of Chase L. Pierce. Oh, trying to stay in this one. We'll see where he goes. They're going to have to navigate around him as we hit 2 to go.
Awesome, thank you. Good
Pierce
job
is going to
there.
pull down. Respectable on his part. He is out of it. That's going to put Carroll out in front. He is in control of this thing with 2 to go. That's not usually a good thing to be in the lead at this point. You want to be in the lead the last turn. We'll see if it works out for him. If anybody can control this race, it's Chris Carroll. We'll keep an eye on it, though. Baumgarten's trying to get a run on the outside with Brian Zimmerman right behind him. Zimmy, though, having trouble struggling with that, staying on that inside line. Oh, shuffle there.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I promise
That-
I have not been drinking.
Outside line really struggling to formulate. It's going to take Derek Whitford. We are on the white flag lap. Oh, Brian Traeger now jumps to the outside but has no help. That's going to bring Derek Whitford, Jeff Shell. Right there, second, third. Jeff Shell jumps to the outside. He's got to run, but no help there. Chris Carroll up front to the top to block. He's blocking left, right. Derek Whitford has to go to the apron. Here we go, final turn. Jeff Shell, Michael Baumgarten outside. Derek Whitford, that block. It's a three-way run to the finish. Samuel Baumgarten is going to jump out into the lead. Samuel Baumgarten, number 57, is going to win it.
Nice win there, Sam.
What a last lap. Jeff Shell's
Great
going to
race, boys.
come in third. Chris Carroll second.
Awesome job, boys. That was fun race.
What a race. We did have a pile up there at the end.
Great win, boys. You earned that.
Fantastic
Fair and
race.
square.
Wow. What a great race. We're going to jump over here, get in, talk with our race winner, Samuel Baumgarten. Hold on 1 second for me. All right, your winner, the 57, Samuel Baumgarten, racing for the Wounded Warriors Project. Newcomer to the league, his first ever race, gets the win and gets to celebrate and is now off camera. Try to get him back on there. There's the 57 machine. Should
Good
have
run,
some
Jeff. Good job, man.
demo derby stuff
Yeah,
here
you too, man.
momentarily.
That was intense. That was nice. I got shuffled out there in
We'll
the
talk to
middle, went all the way to
Samuel.
the back, and about came back, but that was good.
1 second. Hello, Sam. Congratulations on the win, sir.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. I have no idea how I pulled that off.
Oh, it was a fantastic race to the finish. It looked like the pack just kind of separated, and you were Moses, and you drove it right in there for the win. That was an amazing finish. How you feeling?
Well, my heart's going a million miles an hour, but yeah, I mean, shout out to Zimmerman there,
Rocky,
Brian
man,
Zimmerman, man.
I
I
didn't know
said,
that
hey,
lead.
man,
I
if you're
just
going to push
texted
me,
it out,
let's go,
so
because I got left
sorry
out
about that,
there. And,
'cause I was supposed
man,
to
that
come
run
back
just
out.
worked. I don't know how he did it, but heck yeah, we'll take it.
There
I'm
you
smiling
go.
ear to ear right now.
Oh, congrats. I'm so happy for you, man. So you're racing for the Wounded Warriors Project. What made you choose that charity, and what's that mean to you to win $310 for them?
Well, I picked it kind of last minute. I found about this last minute, but it's really the one that I know of. I did a few years in the Army, so anything I can do to help the veterans and anything like that, I try to do. So, if I'm glad we won and we can manage to give that money to him, that's going to be awesome. So, honestly, I'm just so ecstatic right now. I don't know what to say.
That's fantastic. I am so happy for you. Great run, great finish. I know this is your first race with us, and I appreciate you being here. Do you have any final thoughts or anything like that?
Nah, I mean, the race was really fun. I was working there with Chris Carroll for a while, and I asked him there on that last caution, I said, so what lap's the point of no return? And we kind of figured it out from there. But, I just got to give a big shout out to everybody who's on the car, MF Racing Design, Savage Edge Graphics, and Priority Auto, CJR Graphics, Mullet Music Productions. Thank you guys for everything you do. We came out here, we won one for the Wounded Warriors Project. So, you know what? That's I'm gonna leave it there. Hell yeah.
There you go, man. Well, thank you again for racing with us. I'll get with you after this to just verify the links to where to donate and stuff like that, and make sure everything's square with that and everything. But again, thank you for racing with us. Hope to see you again in the future, and I'll move you down to your channel.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
No problem. Let's see if we can talk to second place driver Chris Carroll. Get his thoughts on the end there. Chris Carroll, heartbreaker. Looked like you were in control there to the end. Tell us about that finish.
That was pretty crazy, man. That was one hell of a race, Rocky. I had a lot of fun there. What it boiled down to was I had no help coming to the white. Everyone was moving around, and I looked, and there's a huge void behind me. And, Sam made an awesome move, and I couldn't block them all, man.
No, I totally understand. You were trying your heart out. I think I said on the broadcast, with 2 to go, being in the lead is not necessarily the place you wanted to be. Going back and looking at that, do you think anything you could have done differently?
Well, I could have wrecked them all, probably. that might have worked, but I don't think I could have blocked Sam's run up there. I think he goes to the middle wherever he wants. He got a real good push up there, and he had a really good run. And once that void was behind me, there's really, there's only one lane I can run until they come. And then, if they've all got to run, then, I mean, I'm just going to wreck everybody. I don't want to be that guy.
No, I totally understand. Well, you ran a great race. Happy you ended up second, but I know you were racing for charity and stuff like that, so unfortunate there. But any final words or anything like that you'd like to...
Yeah, man, I just got to thank you for putting this stuff on. Without you, we got nowhere to race, man. That was a really fun race tonight. Really unfortunate that stuff happened at the beginning when them guys got all wrecked at the start. I don't know what happened there, but, got to thank you and all you guys that put out your time in the iRacing community to give us somewhere to go. Without you guys, we don't have anything to do. We don't get to do what we love, so got to thank the Pit Lizard boys, Brian Zimmerman. Got to thank Sam tonight for all the help. Sam Baumgarten helped me out to the front, and Whitford helped me once I was up there, and it was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, totally hear you. Appreciate you racing with us tonight and everything like that. I'll drop you down to your channel, and we'll move on to talk to another one of our participants. We'll grab Derek Whitford. Let's talk to Derek and get his thoughts finishing fourth. Derek Whitford, You're live on the broadcast. 4th place finish. It looked like you were in the catbird seat coming to the line, but ran into a little bit of trouble. Walk us through those last few laps.
Just trying to stay as close as I can to the front while not being. I didn't want to be the sitting duck in the front, but of course, Carroll's going to be hard to pass. But saw Jeff get a big run to get outside of Carroll, and he went for the block. And then I saw coming from far back, I saw Sam coming, and I tried to make a late move to get in front of him, but it was too late. And got real tight there at the end. And unfortunate, a little bit of contact is all it takes to turn you around.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. See, I know it's kind of a winner-take-all, but you got to be feeling good about your performance, running in the top, top 3 most of the race. End up still finishing 4th. What are your thoughts going forward?
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. But going forward, look forward to continuing racing out here with you guys, and hope to get to race with some of these other guys in the future. There was a lot of fun. It was very competitive. So a good bunch of guys you had out here tonight.
Definitely. So we look forward to racing with you. Any final thoughts?
Just glad you put on an event like this. We should have more of this throughout the service here, and I'm sure there's plenty of it that I don't know about. But I enjoyed racing for a cause, racing for Epilepsy Foundation. My son has epilepsy, so it's always been big on my heart to try to do as much as we can for that. And just enjoy being out here with you guys. So I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime for sure. We're going to be doing some more of this. Try to do it at least 2 or 3 times a year. Do a charity race because, like you said, it's just great fun and everything, and for a good cause. So thank you again for participating, and I'll drop you down to your group.
Thanks, Rocky.
All right, that is going to do it for us tonight. Again, Samuel Baumgarten gets the win in his first try here at eSpeed Race League. Takes the top spot, $310 going to the Wounded Warriors Project. Second place, Chris Carroll. Third place, Jeff Shell. Fourth place, Derek Whitford. Larry Bell's going to round up your top 5. So, yeah, great racing all around. If you enjoyed what you see, make sure to like, subscribe to the Twitch channel. Come join the community, the Discord community. Great group of guys and everything, guys and gals out there. So definitely check us out. Our website, eSpeed RCNG. Links in the will be in the Twitch channel and everything like that. So definitely join us for some great racing and everything. And on that note, again, I would like to thank you all for watching. Appreciate you all. Hope to see you real soon. And we'll see you next time at the track.